Easy work, huh? Easy work. Man, the Lord knows it's some BS. Shout out to Bruce Irvin. Anyway, hey man, now, I know we were supposed to demolish Maryland and do what we had to do. Come on, we are the number 8 team in the nation. Probably going to drop a spot or two, but somehow, some way, Maryland was able to stay in this game, contend, and keep it closer than what it was supposed to be. Look, man, what I said in the last video, it was supposed to be easy work, and the only thing Maryland has going for themselves is who? Stefon Diggs. Now, Stefon Diggs, he did his thing. 3 catches, 100 something yards, and what, 2 touchdowns? But Perry Hills, with our defense that we have, if Perry Hills, a true freshman whose name is Perry Hills, is able to do this to this defense, what do you think Nick Florence is going to do? What do you think Seth Daggy is going to do? What do you think Landry Jones is going to... Well, Landry Jones, I don't know. What do you think Optimus Klein is going to do? Who else? What do you think Casey Pawhall is going to do? If Perry Hills, a true freshman quarterback, was able to be this, to slice our defense out like this. And you know the Big 12 is known for airing that rock out. Oh, they love to pat the rock. You know. So, I mean, I shouldn't even trip because this is what to expect in the Big 12. Now, like I said before, Maryland didn't have anything on that offense besides Stefon Diggs. Their running game, I don't care who their running backs were. I wasn't worried about their running backs. I wasn't worried about their receivers. I wasn't worried about anything. Okay, like I said, it was Stefon, and he was pretty much the only person on that side of the ball that really, really did anything for their offense. I know Perry Hills did his thing, but like I said, okay, and I don't know whoever the offensive coordinator is for Maryland. If it is it Loxley, Mike Loxley, or whatever. Okay, why does Stefon Diggs only have 3 catches? Anyway, that's not even my issue, whatever, man. Randy Edsall, stop perpetrating. Get that man the ball, man. He's obviously your best player on the team, like straight up. Anyway, I'm just calling it like I see it. I'm not a Maryland fan, so maybe I'm tripping. But we can't be having Perry Hills do this, man. Come on, plain and simple. Now, let's look at some good points, because there were some positives. We forced some turnovers. We forced a lot of turnovers. We had some chances at some other, but we were only able to get 3. But we forced a lot of turnovers, so that's a good thing. That was Joe DeFore's big thing. Eating, effort, aggressiveness, turnover. That's our big thing this year. We're trying to eat, and I mean, it was good. We've been able to give ourselves a shot at getting some turnovers. So I like that. We did get some pressure on Perry Hills, and we did sack him a few times. Josh Francis with his road closed celebration sack dance. That's what that means. That's what he was saying in his interview. That's like the traffic signal for road closed, and that's his nickname. So I like that. And you see, he was non-existent last year because the 3-3-5 scheme was probably too complex for him to get. But you see, with his 3-4 or 4-3, whatever we're running now, he's a playmaker. And you've seen him. He's got some sacks this year. I think he's got like 3 sacks or 3.5 sacks. So Josh Francis, man, watch out for that boy. He looks like he could be a playmaker. Carl Joseph, what I tell you about Carl Joseph, man, young scrappy dude, just coming in, just smacking people all over the place. He had a sack too himself, and hey, you see it. Darwin Cook on that safety fire blitz when he come straight up the middle. He said him and Terrence Garvin did some film work, and they watched Perry Hills, and whenever Perry Hills, he has like a tendency to like lift his leg up, and whenever he does that, just go ahead and shoot through. Don't even hesitate, because you will time the snap count, and you will, make some things happen, and that was the case. So, he shot through, fumbled the ball, Doug Rigg picked it up, fumbling, rumbling, bumbling, and stumbling all the way into the end zone. So that was big time. So definitely glad to see that. And I like it. I kind of like that, even though it is kind of risky. But with this type of defensive scheme, you're seeing more blitzes. You're seeing more, more complex things. So I like that. With Jeff Castile, it was more, let's back off, let's not give up the big play. But with this defense and this conference that we're in, we're going to have to put pressure on the quarterback straight up. So we're going to have to take what we can get, and high risk, high reward. So hey, that's how it's going to have to be, man. Especially in this conference, like I said, they love to pat the rock. They love to throw it. So hey, man, all them quarterbacks in this Big 12, man. Baylor coming in here next week. Randy Edsall, thank you for exposing us. Thank you for showing us what we need to work on before we get into this Big 12 play. Thanks. I appreciate it. Now, you want to beat West Virginia? There you go. Ball control. Make sure you have a great running back, because Maryland's running backs, they didn't have a Jordan Todman to gash us or whatever. But I mean, Texas, Colin Klein, Optimus Klein, Texas with their running backs, Bergeron, Malcolm Brown. I mean, John Huber for Kansas State. You see what he did at Oklahoma. Like, I don't really have too much faith in this defense. I mean, I expect us to get scored on, and I have faith in our offense. Like, our offense is godlike. Like, I know our offense is going to be able to keep us in games, and we're going to be able to compete. But this defense, man. So speaking of the offense, let's go ahead and let's just jump on that just a little bit, just quick. I mean, we all know what the offense is, so it really isn't anything to say. Geno Smith, even though he had a regular human being day at the office today. Okay, he had way more incompletions than he did in the first two games, where he hardly had any completions at all. But he still threw for like 300 yards, and he had no interceptions. So, and he was getting smacked around. Like I said, if Maryland was able to pressure us, now I know people are saying, what, Maryland had a top defense or whatever. Get out of here. I'm not trying to hear that. If Maryland was able to do that, get pressure on Geno and smack him around, you seen what Manny Diaz has at Texas, right? You see what they got. Kansas State, you see Arthur Brown, the judge. Whatever, is that what they call him? The judge? You seen them. Come on, man. We can't be having that, man. So, yeah, Geno Smith, like I said, he did all right. He did decent. Even though he was getting smacked around, he was limping a few times, but we got to fix that. Stepman, he had sort of off days, 7 catches for like 60-something yards. Hey, that's all good. But, everybody else wasn't showing up. But, of course, lo and behold, Tavon Austin, a.k.a. Tay Boogie, a.k.a. Shorty, a.k.a. I will be snapped some ankles up, did his thing today. 13 catches for like 170-something yards, 3 touchdowns. You seen what it was. I told y'all about Tavon Austin, man. I told y'all with the juking and jiving and all that stuff, man. You seen what it is, man, with Tavon Austin. I told y'all. So, sorry about that. The phone is ringing. But we keeping it going. We still swagging. You see what it is right here. Like I said before, Tavon Austin, he's like a street ball player. He's like hot sauce. He's like Skip to my Lou. It's just exciting to watch him, man. And, man, I can't wait to see the highlights that he puts up this season and all the ankles that he breaks and all that. So, but, I mean, overall, it was a horrible, horrible game for us. But we came out with the dub, right? A win is a win is a win. So, we'll take it. I'll take it over a loss. So, hey, we won. That's all that matters. And getting ready for Baylor coming up, man. Nick Florence, Tevin Reese, Lanier Sampson, Terrence Williams, Mountaineer fans, Joe DeForest, fix it up. Had that defense ready.